Hello and welcome to the second day of December. It's 23 days before Christmas. This is Benji Chidoro, inviting you to this edition of our stock market report. We have news on Semirara and the answers to our candlestick trivia. I also have 3 more candlestick patterns today. All of this plus what happened to the PSE in this edition of the stock market today. Bago po ang lahat, basahin po muna natin ang ating mga reminders at disclaimers. At habang binabasa po natin ito, kung first time niyo po dito sa ating channel, ay nag-start po ako magbigay ng daily stock market report noong August 2020. I invite you to subscribe to my channel so you are always updated with the latest news and information on the stock market and the most active stocks in the PSE. Since early 2000, I started investing in UITFs, and a few years later, I started investing in stocks. I review the most active stocks in the Philippine market using technical analysis, and sometimes I add a bit of fundamental analysis. By the way, if you want me to review your favorite stock, please comment on the comment box below, and I will do my best to do the review. Before that, let's answer the candlestick question yesterday, the 3 of them. This is the first, identify the candlestick, the one encircled in red. Anong tawag sa candlestick na yan? Can you guess? One last time, 5 seconds. That candlestick is called a hammer. Why? Because it looks like a hammer. Kung sa Investograms kayo tumitingin, green ito, yung black, yan yung red, yan yung bearish, yung black eh. Yung white, yan yung green, yan yung bullish. Okay, so pagka bullish, ang tawag dyan is a hammer. Because it is shaped like a hammer, and it is a tool to shape or to nail something. So it's something positive. Okay, it can also be a weapon. But this candlestick pattern, it's not a pattern actually, but this type of candlestick is called a hammer. So the next question is identify the reversal pattern. So we have 3 candlesticks here. So what do you call this? You call this a bullish inside up or a 3 inside up. The first candlestick is a bearish candlestick, so it's red in Investograms, so this is black. But this is followed up by a bullish candlestick, but it is not engulfing. It is just a portion of the bearish candlestick. But the third candlestick is a stronger candlestick, and the closing price is higher than both the preceding candlestick. So, kung nag-close ito at this level, the candlestick closes at a price above, way above the 2 candlesticks. So, ang tawag dyan is a bullish inside up or a 3 inside up. Now, some would define a 3 inside up as kahit hindi magpantay yung second and third candlestick, meaning the closing price of the second should be the opening price of the third. Some would have that definition, but some would not have that definition. Some would say na kahit mas mababa yung opening price, pero kailangan mas mataas yung closing price niya. So, that is what you call a 3 inside up or a bullish inside up. Okay, let's see the third pattern. Okay, what do you call this pattern? The one encircled? So, yung una, nakita natin na hammer siya. Pero it is a bullish candlestick. But here, it is shaped like a hammer, but it is not a bullish candlestick. It is a bearish candlestick. And this candlestick is called a hanging man, something negative. So it looks like a man hanging himself, then followed by a bearish candlestick na. Okay, so in the meantime, we will have 3 more candlestick identification and patterns. But let's take a look at the PSE. What happened to the PSE today? I hope you learned something. I hope you learned something here on the candlestick. Pati ako nag-aaral dito eh. Let's now take a look at the PSE. The PSEI. moved higher by 71.06 points. So, but there was net foreign selling. So it moved higher. So hindi to 3 inside up. Kasi yung bullish, ito bullish engulfing ang tawag dito. Okay? Yung candlestick na ito. But this one, the candlestick ended higher by 71.06 points. And if you'll notice, I drew a support level. And it is at, the support level is at, let's see, 67 to 66.02. Yan yung support level na nakikita ko. So 6,700 yung nearest support dyan. And I think that the PSEI without a catalyst would continue to move sideways. Kasi walang ganong volume. So baka bukas bumaba na naman dyan, hindi natin alam. No, kasi wala siyang volume eh. Kung may volume yan, maaaring tumaas pa. So let's now take a look at the summary. Summary muna tayo. After the summary, siguro we'll flash our first candlestick question. Okay, 116 declined, 108 companies advanced, while 39 remained unchanged. Net foreign selling ang nangyari today. As for the indices, ended up mixed. The all-share index is up by 0.53%, while the mining and the services ended in the red. The financials, holding companies, properties ended positive. The holding companies led the gainers at 1.88%. So let's now take a look at the most active stocks. By the way, if you have stocks in mind that you wanted me review, I'll review it for you. Uunahin ko sila for you. In the meantime, if I don't have any requests, then I will proceed with the most active stock plus some of my stocks in my portfolio. We'll be taking a look at MBT, BPI, DITO, JGS, SEC, ATM, PX, and Converge. So as we review the stock, we will take a look at the news on the stock. So let's now take a look at the first stock, MBT. Okay, but before we go to MBT, let's take a look first at the next candlestick. This is the fourth question. Identify the candlestick. A, hanging man. B, shooting star. B, marubozu. I'll give you 5 seconds to identify. Okay, congratulations to those who got the correct answer. The correct answer is B, shooting star. Okay, kasi formang shooting star siya. And it's pababa, no? Shooting star is the one that hits the ground. Okay, sometimes it doesn't hit the ground, but yung malalaking meteors hits the ground and there is a big explosion. So ito, it's a sign of reversal na bearish candlestick to, ang tawag dyan ay shooting star. Okay, so let's now proceed to MBT. MBT had another green day, but but it's a shorter candlestick with volume. So it moved 1.4% higher. It's not significant, not that significant, but it's an increase. So tingin ko dyan, together with the PSE, I think it will just move sideways without a catalyst. Kung titingnan kasi natin yung RSI, medyo bullish pa siya. So it reached a peak here, but it went down, and it reached the 70 level, and some would say that this is overbought. So let's see lang what will happen to the following day. Pero ang take ko lang dito is that the stock will just move sideways, and if you are holding the stock, ang resistance niya nandito, somewhere here. Nasa 49.50, 49.60. So magandang, pwede nating isell dyan if you're doing range trading. And I think most of the stock of the index would just move sideways for now. Okay, let's now take a look at the next stock. Tingnan natin si BPI. Positive si MBT. Si BPI fell. So there are two candlesticks here, which is a long candlestick. This is a bearish marubozu. No? Pati ako natututo na ako ng Japanese Actually, the candlesticks originated from Japan. Yung candlestick patterns natin ngayon. Kaya most of the terms are Japanese. So like this, ito doji ang tawag dito. Ito marubozu. This one is also a marubozu. This one is a bullish or white marubozu. Ito yung bearish marubozu. So it's respecting, or it is just in the support level of 79. The support level is at 79.40. So it's just touching that. And the lowest point was 79.30. So when it reached that 79.30 level, nag-bounce siya. Kasi yung nakikita kong support is at 79.40. Kasi merong support dito, at merong resistance dito also at that level. So I think that if, since this is a shorter candlestick, I see some weakening and probably a sign of reversal. So if we see a green candlestick the following day, tomorrow, then probably the trend is reversing. Okay, let's now take a look at dito. Matagal na rin nawala sa most active si dito, but this time bumalik siya. Dito, just moving sideways. If you'll see our EMA20, our 20-day exponential moving average, it pierces through the candlesticks. And I drew a Darvas box. The Darvas box would have a support of 7 and a resistance of 565. So dyan lang siya maglalaro. It will not kind of move unless there is news on the updates of the requirements which they promised in the first quarter. The company promised to put up certain things or to comply with some requirements in order to be competitive with the other telecom companies. So next, let's take a look at JGS. JGS. Tumaas siya. Actually, mukhang nagko-consolidate din to playing within support and resistance. So most of the stocks are just moving within a certain band. In which case, JGS is moving when it reached the support level of 65.40, nagkaroon siya ng bounce. And when it reached the resistance of 73.80, then nagkaroon ng rejection. So I think it will just move within this level if you are doing range trading. Kasi if you are buying at the lower level, say here, you are buying at this level here. That is about, you bought at about 65 and you're selling about 73, then that's about 12.6%, a 12.6% increase. So that's not bad for a range trader or a swing trader. So next, let's take a look at identify the candlestick. A, doji. B, inverted hammer. C, hammer. The one encircled in red. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, congratulations to those who got the correct answer. The correct answer is B, inverted hammer. Because that's what it is. It looks like an inverted hammer. Pagka bullish, inverted hammer. Pagka bearish, shooting star. Di ba? Kasi yung number 4 natin, shooting star If I'll bring up number 4. Yan, shooting star yan pero bearish candlestick. Pero kung bullish siya, then it is a inverted hammer. Okay, so now let's go to SEC. Okay, SEC. SEC is just another red candlestick today and it filled the gap here. Merong gap dito na pinuno niya. So the red candlestick here filled the gap. So it closed at 12, but it went as low as 11.86. Ito nagiging na siya nagiging bearish na yung trend Pero matataas pa rin yung candlestick niya. Kung titignan natin, merong news si SEC. Let's take a look at the news of SEC. Okay, so the news of SEC came yesterday at about 9:30, 9:45 in the morning. So right now, the price na nakikita natin, priced in na yan, yung 12 pesos. Pero the news, if I would i-share ko sa inyo, public information naman to, in the disclosure, deferred the Antique mining operation because of water buildup. So SEC voluntarily deferred its mining operations, yung North Block 7, one of the 4 mining blocks in the mine, because there was a water buildup caused by water seepages and aggravated by the typhoons. The deferral of operations will allow the consultants and mining personnel to implement remedial measures to manage the water buildup. Pero wala pa silang target date. So they don't expect coal shipments to be affected. Pero SEC will not be able to meet the coal quality specifications for new customers because of the delay in production of high value coal. Currently, SEC reported that it is behind by 1.7 million metric tons from its 2020 coal production target of 15. So short pa sila sa kanilang production. And they are trying to shore up production to meet the full year target. Or the full year target is unlikely to be met because of this water buildup in the mine. With the lower production, SEC estimates an increase of around 900 million in the cost of coal sold owing to the higher weighted average cost. If I'd like to share with you the commentary of BDO Nomura. Ang sabi niya dito, the impact of SEC's cost of coal sold, about 900 million increase as per management estimates, provide downside risk of our fiscal year 20 F earnings estimates. However, we maintain our buy rating on SEC as our fiscal year, it's full year 2020, no? Tapos yung buy rating on SEC as our full year 2021 EPS appears to be intact, underpinned by an overall rebound in coal and energy consumption as the economy continues to reopen. The target price of SEC remains unchanged at 15.30. So, ano lang to? This is a temporary setback. And coal prices and the price of SEC will stabilize in the next few days, I think. Kasi upside niya is mga 25 or 26%. It's a good time to buy now when prices are lower, di ba? So let's let's go back to the chart. SEC is on, the price is on support right now. But if the prices continue to go down, the next support level is here. Nasa 1171 yung next support level niya. Pero ito, support na yan, yung 12. So 1171 is the nearest support after the 12 peso price. So ang tingin ko dyan is that SEC is still a good buy. Hindi good buy, good buy. Meaning magandang bilhin dahil very cheap. And if you take a look, kung long-term investor kayo, tingnan nyo naman kung saan umabot yung stock na yan. Yan, no? Tingnan yan, umabot siya ng how much? 48.50, nasa 12 pesos pa lang to. It's very, 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 very cheap. Diba? Tapos nagkaroon ka pa ng coal mine problem, bumaba pa yung presyo. Pero yung short-term projection ni Nomura is 530 26% o 25% upside. Ito, siguro mga 27 na. Kung titingnan natin, check na natin kung if you'll buy at 12, tapos hanggang 15. 25%. 25 or 26%. So tama si Nomura sa projection niya. Sa 1502 ito eh. 1195 kapapasok. Or 12 pesos. So 26% upside. Okay, so now let's move on to ATN. Wow, ATN, look at that. Kasi ang tagal, actually sa totoo lang, ang tagal niya nag-consolidate eh. Here, starting here. Ayan, ang baba oh. Tapos dito nag-spike. Tapos consolidate ulit. Nagko-consolidate siya since April or since yung nag-lockdown, March. Kasi tawag ng construction. Alam niyo yung negosyo nitong ATN, gravel to eh. So, construction materials and ang kanya mga kliyente malalaki. Megawide, Meg, SM, yung mga government projects, reclamation projects. Ang kanyang source, yung minamay niyang gravel, hindi government owned, privately owned. He owns a mountain of gravel. Yan yung ATN. At yun yung sinasabi ng may-ari, wala akong problema sa supply because I have all the supply in the Philippines. Yabang pa nga ng may-ari. Pero totoo yung sinasabi niya. Kaya ganito yung stock. Ngayon, dito mababa siya, tapos unti-unting tumaas because the economy is opening up. And if you look kung gaano tumaas yung stock na yan, at the height, nandito siya. Nasa 148. Nasa 107 pa lang to. Kaya lang, hindi siya popular stock. Kung gusto nyo bumili, okay lang sa inyo, but you take the risk. Pero, malaki yung potential ng stock na ito because the economy is opening up. And ang claim ng may-ari, he has all the supply. Majority of the supply in the Philippines. Okay. So, ang tingin ko dyan is, well, technically speaking, tingnan natin. I think the stock will continue to move higher, pero ingat lang tayo. Dahil, baka bumili tayo, biglang bumagsak, di ba? Let's take a look at the nearest resistance. Okay, let's do the 1 week para hindi masyadong noisy. Ang next resistance niya, based here in the chart, is here. So, if you wanted to sell, so nasa 116. Yung nearest resistance level niya. And if you'll notice, talagang tumataas yung stock, ano? So, yun lang yung take ko dyan. Mag-ingat lang tayo because it's not a popular stock. Normally, there is not much trade on the stock. Ngayon lang nagkakaroon ng trade. But if you'll take a look here, talagang walang-wala yan eh. Mga less than 100 pa yung trades niya. Ngayon lang siya dumadami. Okay, next, let's take a look at PX. Okay, PX. Ko-consolidate din si PX. Tingnan yung mga candlesticks dito, nag-fill up niya yung gap dito eh. Yan, meron siyang gap here. Like most stocks, dependent to sa value of gold. Pero right now, appears to be consolidating with the support at 40.50 and the resistance at 560. Diyan lang siya maglalaro. Next, let's take a look at Converge. Converge, nagko-consolidate din si Converge. So, nagkakaroon na siya ng indicator, yung EMA 20, because it's more than 20 days already. Ganun pa rin siya, no? The support would be here, the highest level, in the absence of any information. Wala kasi tayong historical eh. Yan yung support niya, 1680, and the resistance is, nearest is, I would say here. Diyan, 1515. So, dyan lang siya maglalaro in the meantime. Okay? Anyway, okay, so next is our last candlestick question. Identify the reversal pattern. A, white marubazu. B, bullish engulfing. Or C, bearish engulfing. 5 seconds. Reversal pattern po ang tanong. At first, masasabi natin white marubazu. Pero that's not the question eh. The question is, what is the 2-day trend reversal pattern? The correct answer is B, bullish engulfing. Why? Engulfing siya. In-engulf niya yung bullish candlestick, no? An example of that is, wala tayong example sa SEC. Meron tayong example sa SEC dyan eh. Yung bullish engulfing niya. Yan, okay? So nakikita niya na, yan yung example ng bullish engulfing because the green candlestick engulfed the bearish candlestick. So, yung entire length ng candle niya, kinover niya. So, yun po ang sagot sa question number 6. Bullish engulfing. Okay? So, sana po may natutunan po tayo dito. Bukas ay magbibigay din po ako ng 3 more identification of the candlestick and reversal patterns. At kung meron po kayong stock in mind that you wanted reviewed, please drop a comment and I will review it for you. Uunahin po natin siya. And then, saka natin gagawin yung, kung meron time, pagagawin po natin yung mga most active. So, yan po ang ating stock market report today, December 2, 2020. Ito po si Benji Chidoro, nagpapaalala, mag-ingat po sa scam. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay and see you again in our next episode. Bye for now.